Hey guys, Jared here, Tone and Titan, and this is going to be a 10-minute follow-along core workout routine for beginners. Now, let me make one thing very clear. This is not an abs workout or a six-pack abs workout. Yes, your stomach muscles, your abs are important in core strength, but they don't make up your entire core. We can't forget about the muscles on the sides, the muscles in the back, even the muscles in the hips, all play an important role in what we consider core strengthening and helping to stabilize your back, improve function, and in a lot of cases, even decrease pain. So if those are your goals, then you're absolutely in the right place. This is going to be a follow-along workout. I'm going to run you through 5 of my favorite exercises to strengthen all of those areas that we just mentioned, and we're going to do it right now. All right, let's get things started with one of my favorite core exercises. This is going to be a plank. Now, if you've never done a plank before, let's start with a modified plank, which is going to be right down here, my elbows and on my knees. I'll hit start on my timer. And so my elbows are underneath my shoulders. I'm going to engage my abs to lift my pelvis up off of the ground, but my knees are down on the ground. Again, this is a modified version of a plank. What I'm looking for with this is going to be a straight line from my shoulders to my hips to my knees. That should be a nice straight line. You should feel those core muscles, those stomach muscles engaged with this one. Now, if you're a little bit stronger or if you've done planks before, don't feel like you have to stay modified. We can go up to the full plank position, which I'm demonstrating right now. Now I'm up on my toes with my knees straight. I'm looking for a straight line, shoulders, hips, knees down into my ankles. So that's the line right there. We're gonna hold this for 50 seconds. We've only got about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna roll over. I've given us a 10-second little break that we can get into the next position, which is going to be a bridge. So laying down on your back with your knees bent, we're going to engage the glutes and lift the pelvis up off of the floor. So it looks just like that, and then right back down. So with this, I really want you to focus on contracting your glutes. So you're going to squeeze your butt muscles together, and that is going to be what drives you up towards the ceiling. Some people will get a cramp in their hamstrings as they're doing these bridges. A lot of times that's because you're engaging those hamstrings so much, you're not letting the glutes do the work. So remember to lift with your butt, squeeze your butt, nice and high, looks just like that. Don't go so high that you're actually arching your back. You should be able to maintain a nice, straight, neutral back while you're doing these, but we're gonna do 50 seconds on these bridges. Great exercise, super easy, simple to do at home. Great exercise for your glutes and for your lower back. Definitely important when we talk about core strength. Up next is going to be a side plank, so let's move into the obliques. And so I'm on my right elbow. I'm going to start by demonstrating a modified right side plank. So we're going to get up into this side plank position. Right elbow is underneath my right shoulder. My right knee is bent. I'm on the outside of my right knee and on the inside of my left foot. With this one, I'm going for a straight line, basically my nose, down to my belly button, and all the way down to between my ankles. Well, my leg was extended between my ankles. If the modified plank position is too easy, if you feel like you can do a little bit more, we're going to extend that right leg out, and then we're going to go right into this full right side plank position. So this is what I'm talking. So nose, belly button, between my knees, between my ankles. Nice straight line. I don't want the hips up too high. I don't want the hips down too low. Just a nice straight line as we're trying to engage these oblique muscles down here on the side. So again, I'm on my right elbow and on the outside of my right foot. You should feel that in the right obliques. So there's 50 seconds there. Now what we're going to do is roll over, and we're going to hit the left side as well. In 3, 2, 1. And so here we go, coming right up into this left side plank position. And again, I'm in the full side plank. This is where I like to start with patients. I like to kind of push people just a little bit on these core strengthening exercises. However, if this is too difficult, or if you can't hold it the entire 50 seconds, go ahead and drop down onto that knee in the modified side plank position. This is what it looks like. So again, it's these oblique muscles. So much of our focus and effort when we think of core strengthening happens right here in the front. We can't forget about the sides. We can't forget about the back. That's what I'm hoping to share with you in this video today. Hope that you're hanging right here with me. Great workout. We're going to run through 5 exercises, 1 minute each, and then we're going to do that twice. Should be just about there. There's the side plank position. The last one is going to be one of my favorite for your lower back muscles, for the posterior chain. This is called a swimmer. Laying on your back, with your hands above your head. I'm going to lift my right arm and left leg, and then lower them back down to the ground, and then my left arm and my right leg, and lower them back down to the ground. So it looks just like that. Keeping the core nice and tight. If you can keep your belly button sucked in, that's going to engage your deepest core layer. That's even an added bonus on this one. But what we're going for here is I want you to feel that in your lower back, and I want you to feel that in your glutes. Those are the areas that we're trying to work with this. This is such a great stabilization exercise because we're working all of those muscles through your lower back. This is one that I like to give my back pain patients. It's just a great way to activate those muscles and strengthen and stabilize the spine. Looks good. Okay, very nice. And so now we'll go right back up to the front. So let's get back down into the plank position. Again, I demonstrated modified here on your knees. If you can, up onto your toes. The other thing that I wanted to mention, again, we're doing 50-10 intervals, meaning 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. If you can't hold the entire 50 seconds, or if the entire 50 seconds is too difficult for you, just break it up. Go for 30 seconds, go for 40 seconds, and then come back and do this video again and try to do more the next time. That's the name of the game, is progression. As your strength increases, you need to continue to challenge yourself. So I hope that you challenge yourself, and I hope that you enjoy this workout. I hope that these are effective for you in helping you to achieve your goals. Very nice. We got about 10 seconds left on this plank on the elbows. Looks good. Core is engaged. I also want you to try to suck your belly button in while you're holding this plank. So the deep core layer is also engaged with it. Nice job. Here we go. We're going to roll over onto our back, and we're going to get the bridges next. Now, I didn't mention to you the last time I was doing the bridges, so we're going to squeeze the glutes, come up. We're going to hold for about a 1, 2, 3 second count, and then come right back down. So engage the glutes. I really want you to focus on squeezing those, and then come right back down. If you want more, what you can do is hold for a little longer. So if I came up and I started to hold for about 5 seconds, that's going to engage the glutes more in that contracted position. But then the other progression that I like to show people is that you can actually start to add some marches with it as well. So if I come up, so up into a bridge, I'm going to march my left leg, march my right leg, and then come right back down. I want to keep those glutes nice and strong. What I'm doing is eliminating one point of stability, so that the glutes have to work even harder to stabilize. So when my left leg's in the air, the right glute is working harder, and vice versa. Okay, cool. Let's roll over onto the side plank. We're going to go for a full side plank. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And again, if you need to do that modified version, all you're going to do is drop down onto the outside of your right knee. But these side planks, this is a great, this is one of my favorite lumbar stabilization exercises. Just because we're engaging a ton of the obliques here, it's a great way that you can engage the deepest core layer, which is really going to help to stabilize your spine. But then you're also going to feel it right down here in your hips. These the lateral hip abductors, the lateral hip muscles, the outside hip muscles. We just don't work those enough. And I find that they're weak in a lot of people, and especially people that I see in my clinic who come to see me with low back pain and hip pain. Oftentimes it's because of hip abductor weakness. And so if we can work on those and help those to increase in strength to better stabilize your back, you're going to feel a lot better. And so the side planks are a great way to do that. Here we go, one more on the other side. So that's on my right. Now let's get up here on my left. We're going to hold this one for 50 seconds, and then we're going to do some swimmers. So again, it doesn't take very long. It doesn't need to take very long. It's important that you hit all the major muscle groups. So the front, the sides, the back, the hips are all crucial in helping with your core and helping improve core strength, core stability, decrease back pain, all super important. But it doesn't need to take a very long time. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment to do it. Just simple exercises just like this. But the important part is that you come back and you do these consistently. And so a lot of people will ask, well, how often should I do these? These exercises, your core is pretty strong. You could get away with doing this routine daily. If you feel so inclined, I would say at least 3 times a week on this would be a good number to shoot for. Okay, last exercise, swimmers. Down on my stomach, lift the right arm, lift the left leg, lift the left arm, lift the right leg. So it looks just like that. Now if these are painful, what you can do is just not go so high. So we can do smaller movements. Looks just like this. But what I usually encourage people to do is go through as much pain-free motion as you can. So please keep that in mind. None of these exercises should cause pain. If they do, I would encourage you to stop. I would encourage you to go consult with your doctor, consult with your local physical therapist, and see if you can get a plan that's going to be right for you. But I've found that for the most part, these are okay for most people. So I hope you find that to be the case as well. Just about there. Almost done with our 10-minute workout. Just like that. Excellent job. So, if you're interested in more great core strengthening routines, some more ideas of some core exercises, what I would encourage you to do is click on this video. That's going to be a big help for you. YouTube, for some reason, thinks that you might like this video from Tone and Tighten. So you might see if they're right, see if you like that one, see if that's relevant to you. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the circle button to do so. We'll see you again soon here on Tone and Tighten.